Hey everybody, so I'm back with another, I'm not going to make it too long. I haven't really made a video in a while because I haven't really had anything that I wanted to make a video on. I didn't just want to come and ramble, so I figured I would just say hello and just ask a question. Have any of you gotten the vaccine for COVID? Whether you live in the United States or Sweden or in another land. Um, Here in Sweden, I believe they're doing age, I think it's 65 and up. I'm not sure if you have to be high risk or if it's just 65 and up. And they're supposed to be getting more vaccines. Originally, they said that we were all going to be vaccinated by midsummer, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know. I haven't come across or met anybody here in Sweden that has got the vaccine. I know people who are still waiting for it, but they haven't been called up or had a letter in the mail or been told. It's not like in the United States where you can just go down and get it. Here you kind of have to wait for them, I believe, for your age bracket to be scheduled, and then you can go about getting your vaccine. I know a lot of people in the United States who have received the vaccine, and some of the things that they have said about it. I had one friend who got they got the vaccine, the first and the second dose, and the first dose was okay. The second dose made them really sick and just feel like crap for a few days. And I think they had a fever, and it wasn't too long, but it was a few days where they were down after the second vaccine, and it hurt, from what I understand. It burned or something. I don't know. I haven't heard anybody that I know of that have had any bad reaction or effects to the vaccine, where they had originally talked about people with the drooping eye and different things like that. I haven't heard anybody that I know of that has got the vaccine had anything like that. I would, if they offer me the vaccine, I'm going to take it, of course, because I like to travel, and I know that I think there's going to come a point where you can't travel unless you have the vaccine. So therefore, besides the fact that I want to protect myself from it and the people around me, I also want to be able to leave the country and travel and go back to the United States or travel around Europe or just get on a freaking plane. So that's why I really want the vaccine, and my husband too, and his family. But I don't know when it's going to happen for us. We're not in the age group. I am high risk because of my disease, but I don't think that I'm moderate risk. I'm not high risk, so I don't think I can go down and get it. I just do my best to keep myself safe and be cautious, and I wash my hands a lot, and I use disinfectant, and I wear a face mask, and I just try to, be smart about the whole situation. I do have, in the United States, I have my whole family there, my American family's there, and they have mixed feelings on the vaccine, whether or not they're going to get it or not. My mother does not want the vaccine, and that kind of upsets me. I mean, everybody can do what they want to do with their own life, but it just, you don't want to see anything happen to your family, especially your mom, or your dad, or whoever took care of you. And I just, I would like her to get it to protect her because of the job that she works in. She works around a lot of people. But she doesn't want it because of the potential side effects that people were getting from the vaccine. And she continuously says, if the good Lord wants to take me, he can, and if it's COVID, so be it, I'm like, okay, Mom, please. But, so it sucks because I would like her to get it because she's high risk with COPD, and, she's, COPD is like the highest one up there. So, I mean, and she's 75. So I have 74. I don't know. She doesn't watch my videos, so she won't notice if I got it wrong. But, yeah, so I would like her to get it. I don't know about my brothers or anything like that. I don't think they're going to get it either, unless they have to. They don't really travel. They don't do anything like that, so for them it's not a big deal. I do have some family in other parts of the United States that have received the vaccine and they were okay. I've had friends that have received the vaccine and they were okay. Some of my family in New York got COVID, and they were okay, except for now my cousin has it, and it's scary. He's 22. He's a big guy. He's was taken to the emergency for pneumonia-induced COVID, or COVID-induced pneumonia, and he's autistic, so it's scary for him because he's never been away from home, and he's in a completely different environment. His family can't be there, and he's on a 5-day treatment plan, and we're just praying that everything will be okay, and it works out. I mean, it's scary. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen. Yeah. Are you gonna get the vaccine? Have you got the vaccine? Did you have any reactions or side effects? Once I get the vaccine, I'll let you guys know, or if I'm scheduled or anything. I haven't heard anything about that for me. I think if I was in the United States, I probably would have gotten it already. But because I'm here, I don't think I'm that high risk to get it. Because I'm not on Crohn's medication, like I was. If I was on the medication I was 3 years ago, then I probably would have gotten it because it was pretty heavy duty meds. But now I'm just on medication for my gallbladder and liver, so it's not like it's just because they don't function perfectly, but just not because I don't think it puts me in the high risk category. I don't know. It puts me in I think that when I read online the medication I was on, you're like in the moderate risk category. So it was like, okay, I just take precaution and do my best. I mean, I barely leave the house. I go to the grocery store, and I go to the doctor, and I walk my son to school, and that's all I do. If I get to go anywhere else, it's maybe once a month. I'll get to go to a different store besides the grocery store. So it's not like I'm in this house all the time, and it's boring. But it's okay. I mean, what can you do? Nothing. So you just have to make the best of it, and yeah. So, but I am looking forward to getting the vaccine. I don't know. I don't have any scheduled trips or anything coming up that I want to have it before this or whatever. But I'd like to have it this year if possible, so that I can go back to the United States and see my family. I know they would like me to go more often, but it's hard. People have lives, and money is, it's expensive, and now with COVID it makes it even harder. Before you could just schedule a trip and go, okay, whatever. But now with COVID it's not as easy anymore. I had a friend that went on a trip a couple weeks ago, and from Sweden to the homeland, and they ended up paying, it was like almost 500 USD per person. There's two of them for COVID tests, back and forth. So $1,000, give or take, on COVID tests just to travel, and that's not including your freaking plane tickets or, you know, your stay while you're there, and if you have to rent a car or, you know, eating and stuff. So I'd rather just have the vaccine and then not have to do the whole COVID test shit. I haven't had a COVID test. I was lucky to not have to take one when I left the United States or when I left Sweden and came back. But it was right before they had like enforced it. Here in Sweden we have a third wave going, from what I understand. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that in the United States they're nervous because spring break is coming up, and they're afraid that the people who have had the vaccines are kind of going to get more laxed and just party and do what they do on spring break, you know, drinking and not caring, and I know they're pretty nervous for that. So it'll be interesting to see if the United States is going to go through another wave after that. I know we have in Sweden, we have sportlov, which is like winter recess, or you could call it spring break, but it's winter recess more or less. We had that a couple weeks ago, and Sweden had threatened to shut everything down if people were not, you know, if people kind of went a little, you know, just did whatever they want, they were going to shut everything down. Restaurants and shops and all that stuff. But I know what they have done so far is they shut the restaurants down at 8:30 p.m. So I know a lot of the pizza parlors, the hole-in-the-wall pizza places, they were kind of sad because I'm sure they make a lot of their money after 8:30. So that was kind of, I think, hurting them. But other than that, those were the main people affected by that. I want to say, because they really depend on those people to come in. I'm sure every other restaurant, but it's maybe a little harder for them if they are in a small village. Then they have to shut down at 8:30. They're usually open till 11 or 12, I think, something like that, around there. So it's a big gap. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm hoping that we are able to get our vaccine by summer. That would be cool. I'm also hoping to get a job by summer. I don't know if getting a vaccine will help me get a job. It's hard to find a job. Sometimes. It just depends. I mean, it's maybe a little harder now with COVID. But, yeah. That's a whole other ball of wax. But anyways, yeah, that's all I wanted to see is if you guys have had the vaccine, what were your side effects? Or if you know anybody who's had it, or are you going to get the vaccine, or are you not going to get the vaccine? What are your thoughts on it? And if you get the vaccine, are you going to continue to take precaution and wear a face mask and use disinfectant and, you know, do all the thing and keep your distance and everything like that after you get the vaccine? Are you going to continue to do that? Like, I see some people that I know in the United States that got the vaccine, and I swear to God, not even a week after they got the vaccine, I seen them on Facebook at the club, like videoing and filming them drinking at the club, no face mask. I guess just happy as hell. And these people are much older than me. Like, I want to say they're in their freaking 50s and 60s, 70s, I don't know. At the club, drinking, partying, and no face mask. And they are just happy and whatnot because they got the vaccine. So now they can go out and party again. They're funny. They're funny as hell. My mother's neighbors, they are party animals, let me tell you. I swear to God, they're like in their 50s, 60s, or 70s. I don't know. And they are party animals. Amazing. I tried one day to keep up with them. I couldn't do it. We stayed up all night. I don't know how they do it. It was amazing. That's, really something special to learn is how the heck they can still be partying like they do at the age they are. But anyways, so yeah, let me know your thoughts on the vaccine, whether you've gotten it, whether you haven't gotten it, if you're going to get it, and whatnot. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to bring you something next week. And maybe even I'll try to squeeze in something this week if I find something interesting to talk about. Alright, bye guys. Peace. Hello,